Hi there, I am Caleb Westbrook, and I am an English teacher at Dwight Global Online. I've been a teacher for several years now, and I'm looking forward to this asynchronous summer course for English 11. A little bit about me. I currently live in Kansas City, Missouri, in the United States, but I also spend most summers in Central America, in El Salvador specifically, because that is where my wife is from and where we met. I first began teaching in El Salvador at a bilingual school there. There's a good chance that if you set an appointment to meet with me or if you're emailing me, I will be responding from El Salvador. And I'm excited because I've got a couple trips to Costa Rica and maybe even to Guatemala over the summer as well. But like I said, I live in Kansas City in the United States. I grew up in the St. Louis area. I love spending time with family. We've got two young kids, a 4-year old and a 2-year old. We raise our kids bilingually, and so I think that's also kind of significant in regards to the first novel that we're going to be reading in the Time of the Butterflies, which is a historical fiction uh, based in the mid 20th century Dominican Republic. So there's also a little bit of Spanish words in there. No worries if you're not fluent in Spanish, but you'll see some sprinkling of words and, of course, culture from the Dominican Republic as well, which I think is important as we read to also dig into cultural dynamics and help it to shape our own modern understanding of the world and the global nature of the world, like the school. What to expect? So I just shared with you the first novel that we will be reading in the course. After the first unit, we'll also be reading a graphic novel. The idea is that I want to introduce you to different forms of literature, understanding that in the 21st century, the way that we tell stories is adapting and growing. So we'll kind of have some of that discussion as we read a graphic novel. And then our very last unit is a collection of dystopian short stories. You've probably read some dystopian literature before, maybe even some dystopian short stories. But I think there's a lot of relevance between the stories, like what's happening as far as the plot goes. There's a lot of connection to many current events that happen in our world. And so I think it lends itself to good discussion and helps us to think critically, not only about what we're reading, but applying it to our own world. As far as how to succeed in this course, especially because it's asynchronous, you really need to advocate for yourself. Make sure that you are reaching out via email if you have any questions, setting up appointments, and really try to keep up with the work. I have to say, I've been teaching summer courses for a while, and it's not uncommon to see students kind of just wait till the end. Oh, I'll just finish it all at the end of the summer. But it really starts to pile up, and then we often find that we're rushing and not putting doing our best effort or best ability because we feel like we're having to get through so much at a time. So really try to work on keeping up with the material. And if you find yourself falling behind, reach out because I'd be happy to help you. So keep up with the work, advocate, communicate. I'm looking forward to this course and all the incredible ideas that I'm sure you're going to churn out and just helping you grow as a student in this English class.